From a standpoint of starting in a business together, the primary and number one question that you need to ask yourself is, do we really want to be in business? And it's not so much of being in business together or independently, but do we want to be in business versus have a job? They're very, very different things. They are not, they're not really substitutes for each other, because the mechanisms for both are so very different. So number one is decide that you want to own a business. Number two is, once you say yes, we want to own a business, then do we want to do something on our own, or do we want to go the franchise route? And that's the second question that any individual or couple needs to ask and answer. So, okay, now I want to start a business, I want to go the franchise route. If you've answered those two questions, then which business industry do you want to get into, and which one really excites you from a standpoint of not only making money, but am I going to have a great time every day going to, I won't even call it a job, going to whatever my calling is. And so figure out the business industry. Is it the restaurant business? Is it the business coaching business? Is it the pet grooming business? Whatever the case may be, find the one that's right for you. Then and only then do you start narrowing it down within that industry. For example, if it is the business coaching industry, there's several opportunities out there in the franchise world. Now, for us, we tell people, do you want to be with the best, or do you want to be with one of the rest? So, and we've proven that we've been the best for many years. But take a look at the various opportunities in that industry. And then the fifth area of to complement the other four that I've just mentioned, and I'll repeat those. Do I want to own a business? Do I want to do something on my own or franchise? Should I want to own a business? Which business industry? Pick the player in that industry that you want to connect with. And the fifth one is, most importantly, what is the team around me? And how do I work with my local team, with my national team, global team, whatever the case may be. That's very, very important, because being a business owner is a very lonely world for most people. So find a team you can work with, and find a team that you can help support each other.
And because being in, like Pat says, that being a business owner can be a lonely world, it's important that together as a family, your spouse, as a spouse, whether or not you're involved in the business, it's got to be a joint family decision. It can't be just one person deciding that, oh, I want to start my own business, and then, we'll see what happens. A lot of times when relationships, especially, marriages get into trouble because somebody has started a business, and, being a business owner is hard, especially the first 2 years. And if you don't have your family supporting you, it's going to get even tougher than that. So, have very clear what we call rules of the game. In the sense that when I get into the office, if I'm working with you, these are the things that we will not cross the line in the office with. And then when the day is done, when we're home, then, the relationship, it will be back to a family, a different level, kind of interaction. So have very, very clear rules as to what should be said, not be said, and sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard, especially working with your spouse, because when you do get upset, you show it, and and you want to be as professional as you can about it. And though it's tough, it can be done. It can be done as soon as, or as long as you set the rules of the game.
I think the thing I want to add about spouses working together is the fact that it's a lot of fun, and make it a lot of fun. And that's the same with any business, but for us, we love to travel together, we love to work together, we love to play golf together, and things like that. So it becomes I can't really separate sometimes the personal and the business, and I mean that in a very positive way. It's just a fact that we do things together, we build our business, we build our life, and I think that's very exciting.
Yeah, and you've got to want to have balance. Balance is very important and very key. The reason why we started the business is so that we can do all those fun things that we set out to do, whether it's going to a football game on the weekend, or traveling to another destination to play golf, or visiting friends in other countries and families in other countries. the reason, the why of why we did this business, I think that has always to be top priority in our mind. When things get tough, when discussions get hard, you know, we need to go back to those priorities and go back to the why. Why did we do this in the first place? And once you can go back to those reasons, once you can remember the reason why you did it in the first place, then it's easier to, you know, take the next step to move forward. Because, you know, we always say that being in business is simple. You know, having your own business is simple. You know, anyone can walk into the county office, you know, get a business license. You know, that's easy to do. I mean, that's very simple to do. You know, step 1, step 2, step 3, and hey, you know, presto, you've got a license, you've paid your fee, and you've got a business license to operate. Now, the other part of it is, we say that business is simple, but it's not easy. You know, it's never easy, because especially being a business owner for the first time, there will be, you know, things that you realize that you never needed to know how to do, and suddenly it's like, oh my gosh, you mean I have to do my own accounting, or, you know, I've got to do my own, you know, whatever the, you know, the thing that needs to be done in the business. So as long as you remember the reason why you did this, and, you know, lay out a clear plan of what it is that you're going to do to get to those goals that you've dreamed about together, take it step by step to make it a little easier. You know, knowing that it's very simple, not necessarily easy, but you can find ways to make it a little easier. 2006, it was just after the tsunami in Thailand. Because if not, this is. So we did a little bit of work with the Red Cross.
That's great.
Yeah. It was an area which was north of Phuket, which got hit by the tsunami, and those kids had either lost one or both parents in the catastrophe. So yeah, the most exciting, the thing that we helped them rebuild this desk for school and all that. But the thing that they were most excited about was the bag of candy that we brought. So.